Okay, so we got a great hero. We're going to take Geppetto. I definitely think that Geppetto is probably one of the best heroes this patch. If Geppetto wasn't here, I would take Pan's Shadow probably.
Really?
Okay, so it's a lot of dwarves with the double fanny tiny. Could just roll and not take any of them. That's an option. I don't mind dwarves, but I think we can roll on Geppetto specifically. Do we grab this kitty cut purse? I think we'll just grab the unicorn for now. Cut purse would have been fine, but I wanted to make sure that we weren't setting ourselves up for failure on that last board, so... let's fruit here. Let's take two things. We'll take the Billy and probably the baby root. Nice. Here's a couple of black cats. So we'll take a few black cats. I'll put this in the back, I guess. We don't necessarily need the baby root supporting the black cats here, but we've got it for now, so... I'd like to replace this like pretty soon because it's basically useless, but we are pretty strong here with the black cats now. It's a lot of stats, so hopefully that makes us stop taking damage. He did not get a slay on his dragon, which is good for us. Our 3/6 cats should be more than sufficient to clean this up. Okay. I don't really want any of these. I think I can roll a bit since we are Geppetto. I will take the Wicked Witch for sure. And I kind of just want the other one. And maybe I just sell like the Baby Root and the Rainbow Unicorn. We don't really particularly need them. And then position something like this. I'm not terribly interested in the Weaver. I don't really give a shit about the Unicorns. I would still pick up Peeps if we find them, just because there are a lot of stats kind of in a can. But this does make us pretty strong here. I believe that we have plenty of stats to beat this. They have a lot of health, but that's basically all. Okay, so we're against a Waddle who is already at 25. They've been getting pretty well dumpstered. Let's go ahead and roll. So here's a white and double doubly. Interesting. It's a lot of doublies. I just don't feel like we need to be in that on Geppetto, though. I think we can just sort of stick with the animals and or evil. And let that carry us a bit. I don't think I'm going to take the Billy Goat. Do we kidnap? Might triple the Black Cat, which is kind of awkward. I'm just going to roll one more time. This is probably okay. These are all wholly useless. We're just going to wait. They don't actually improve our combat power now. And then we can wait to decide what we want to do with them with the next shop. Okay, so could be Bad Moon. Could just take Cloak of the Assassin. Cloak of the Assassin makes like the cut purse a little bit more viable. Could be Crystal Ball and just use that to... And early Bad Moon is nice, but just don't know how much I give a shit about that. We could just take the Cloak, I think. We don't actually necessarily need these to be supported, though they are much better if they are. I don't know if this was really a good pickup. I suspect maybe it wasn't. Well, it's fine. Let's grab it anyway because it's cheap. I'm going to skip the Cinderella, though. We will grab a Peep because it's a pretty good deal. And we could grab this Vampire just because it's a lot of stats. And since we're against Pants, I think we're in a position with the Peep that we can maybe do this. Specifically on this turn, I think it's possible to do that. To get a little bit of extra economy out of it. I don't know how long we're going to keep this Vampire, but it's good enough for right now. Okay, so I definitely like the Sporko as a pickup. We do also have the line of grabbing like this Vulture, which is good with these animals, less good with the Vampire. Let's take the Sporko for sure. We can rearrange these a bit then. 1, 2, 3. I don't really want to buy the Vulture for this Peep. I think I'm just going to roll. We could TLK this Vampire. Could also pick up the Queen of Hearts. If we grab Queen of Hearts, we're probably just going to put this in the front, move these over, and then put Queen of Hearts back here. I'm kind of in for that, and then with how strong our board is, ideally, I would like to... I wonder if it's this for fireballs. Ideally, I would like to... get EXP now. I think that's what we need next. The upgraded Bossy is a bit of a problem here. It's a lot of stats. If I was going to buy this, I should have just bought the Vulture. I think that was maybe a mistake. I don't believe that it's going to cost us a ton here. But we probably could have just killed them if I had a Vulture. No, I guess it would have been about the same. I do like Sheep in Wolf's Clothing. And I want this Turkish Delight. So this is summoning, theoretically, three sheep, and they are all 5/5s. So a bunch of 5/5 sheep are probably still better than the Vampire, though the Vampire does give +2/+2 here. It's kind of close. If I knew what Merlin had, it might be less close. So looking at this, Merlin has been stable since turn 5, and they are not really up on EXP here, so it looks like they are running unit down. Turns out it wouldn't have mattered because they Medusa'd. It's less than ideal for us. Oh, that was a really good fireball for them. That was a good hit for us because it lets us tie. Okay, I'm not really interested in this Nean yet. I do want treasures, but since we're on 5, I really need to find the 5s that are like really strong in this spot, as opposed to random garbage. So I'll pick up a Siren, and I'll see if I can find a pumpkin. Like, those are the things that I'm looking for at this point. So I want the Siren in. We want it slot 1. I don't know if we'll have room if we have it slot 1. What if we slot 2 it? It is somewhat weak to getting scammed here. I don't think I can reasonably not have that supported. Ideally, we need a pumpkin. That would help us a little bit with this, but we're going to try it in slot 2. I don't think I care for this TLK. I'd like to keep the chicken for rolling for pumpkins next turn. Basically need to find them immediately here. It's a good attack for us. Also a decent attack. Not a good attack, though. Okay, that's fine. Our back row is a little weak. Looks like we're okay, though. We tie? No, we win. But barely. Okay, we're going to roll out looking for pumpkin. EXP is also interesting here, but I think 5 is where I kind of want to be anyway, so I'm fine with just rolling a little bit. We have plenty of health, and I think the amount of upgrade that the pumpkin gives us is substantial enough that it's worth it. Of course, we're just not going to see one here, which is not ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no way for us to reasonably pick one up now, which really sucks ass. Alright, well, we found one. 1, 2, 3. Nah, we'll just lock for it. It'll be fine. We're at 33, we won't take that much damage. Of course, they have multiple pumpkins. They are just us, but bigger, it seems. Which is not ideal. We'll explain why we're having such a hard time finding the pumpkins. Oh, that's really good for us. Okay, well, I guess we did find a pumpkin. Okay. This Queen of Hearts is a bit scary. Hopefully some of our animals die before this vulture, so we get a bit of free stats out of that as well. Can we scam this? No, we could have. Looks like we're going to be a bit short here. Sort of unfortunate. Let's pick up the pumpkin here. And then let's roll. Could grab another apple, or an apple rather. Notice we're on 5-1 and most of the lobby is dead or almost dead. I do like this, and I think we put it here. I kind of like the scam tree, and I kind of like rolling for more pumpkins. Those are kind of my two options here. It is pretty likely that we're going to win this combat. So let's just spinning gold. I think we can leave this at 0. It doesn't necessarily need attack. Kill this thing. That's too bad. Oh, that's good for us. Okay, so we did get to steal something, which is nice. Though we do unfortunately have this gigantic apple tree, which is problematic for us. Oh, we got an extra gold. I like that. We actually got a free Queen of Hearts, which is huge here. Alright, so we got extra gold. Now we're on 5. And we're fighting against a dead trophy hunter, so we can pretty comfortably roll out a bit here. I'd probably knighthood the pumpkin. And I think now I would scoop up things like Nian. We could croc the pumpkin. I don't think I need to. Can't quite evil twin. Everything is already evil. Could take a Grumble Gore. That is certainly an upgrade over like the Wicked Witch or the Sporko here. The pair of Grumbles is probably worth grabbing. I don't know if I need this other apple tree. If I had enough gold to buy it this turn, I would maybe consider it a little bit more. But since I'm a gold short of, since I'm 2 gold short of actually getting it now, I don't really necessarily want to play down. Just to run it. We don't get the steal, that's fine. We should be plenty big enough with the pumpkin here, especially since they don't have a hero power. Okay. Let's drink me. So the fireball is probably fine here. going to do the Smite instead, but I suspect Fireball would have been okay there. It's pretty good a lot of the time in the current metagame. Alright, here's another pumpkin. We'll go ahead and pick that up here. How do we want to run it? Maybe something like this. Could even potentially be pumpkin in the front. I think this is okay, but the pumpkin in the front might make more sense, just to have the grumble in the back, lead on the siren, and then lead on siren. This would be like siren, sheep, and then pumpkin might be fine. So we killed their Medusa, which is nice. That's pretty awkward. They ended up getting a fireball out of that, which actually killed one of our pumpkins. It was a good spell, though. The Medusa's a bit scary. I don't know if one Medusa on its own is going to be enough to stop us here. Especially not if it's a 4/4. Okay, so I do suspect that this makes us a little bit weaker, but I think it's worth it for the treasure. And the treasure that we need to take is probably Dracula's Saber. I'll take another Siren for another pair. Kind of want this Crocbait next turn. I think we'll grab this just to the treasure, just to see what we can get out of it. I weirdly kind of think Fountain of Youth is maybe the business in this spot. I know it feels like it doesn't really do much, but the Fountain of Youth in this actually makes it so that the Pumpkin King is out of Fireball range. Which is not a lot, but it's not nothing. I'm going to Croc this, because then it makes it so that I can position a little bit better. That's actually fine for us. Unfortunately, this is a bit too big. Let's steal this Siren. No, we steal an Evil Sheep, which is fine. Okay. So we are basically in the mirror, except that... did they really get double pig out of that fucking thing? Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing here. So they live. The double pig was pretty brutal there. We're going to do this, because it protects our pig. And then let's roll. Or our pumpkin, rather. I'd like to triple this Grumble and or this Siren so we can get some better treasures. Because ideally we need a little bit more stuff. We are against the Merlin, which we fought them 7 turns ago. They are most likely also on Pumpkin. The reason that I took the Dracula Saber is it is quite strong against opposing Pumpkin comps, and we knew that our opponent, or at least one of our opponents, was on Pumpkin. So we'll have to see. We We are at 25, which is a lot of health, but our treasures, like this treasure is okay with the sirens, but our Fountain of Youth obviously is pretty bad. So they are casting a handful of spells, which is fine. That's less fine. I believe we get to steal something, which is nice. This kills that, that's fine. We really need to kill these Spellweavers before they go too crazy. We should be fine here. This is going to get killed. We're going to summon a full board. And then we just kill them outright. Okay, 24. It's just pretty unreasonable there, but, you know, whatever. So now we're against the other pumpkin player, which also has sirens. I don't believe that the Doom Breath makes a lot of sense here. It was a couple of turns ago, and there's not a ton of great hits. Maybe it's okay. It's fine, I guess. It's not, like, amazing. It's fine. I need to find more treasures, I think, or more pumpkins. So the pumpkin's pretty good here. Pigmorph would be probably the ideal. Buff the tree. Something good. So we're in kind of a tricky position because, like, there's not really a stellar way to position these. That's fine. Can we steal this siren? Oh man, that's not great. Well, it looks like we just die here then. If either of these pumpkins die, we literally just lose. These ones being upgraded saved us. Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't know how to do this so that we don't get killed by their siren. I'm not sure that there is a way to do it. Like, we could try to dragon and kill one of their back row. Maybe that's fine. It's 20. Why did it summon 3? Oh, they have a duplicator. I don't know, this Clown Fiestas, they clog themselves, which is nice. We really need to kill this Siren or it's gonna be an actual fucking problem, right? Oh my god. These Sirens, man. Okay, we killed the Siren. My problem is I don't know if this Croc is going to actually die to summon the pumpkin. It is. So it looks like we're going to be fine here. Well, the Clown Fiesta pumpkin metagame is... It is exactly that. It is a fucking play Pumpa or die, so we got Geppetto, we played Pumpkins, and we got first. So that does give us a lot of points. That sort of digs us out of the hole that we were in. We are, for the first 3 games, a bit above the average of where we need to be to make day 2. So as long as we keep playing roughly like this, we'll have a good shot at making day 2. This treasure pickup probably wasn't necessary or ideal. It ended up being okay with the Siren, but it's possible that we should have just skipped and had gold and bought something else at the time. Because our options were Crystal Ball, Bad Moon, and Crystal Ball, Bad Moon, and the +3/+3 on Slay, the Cloak of the Assassin. And I'm not really sure that any one of them was really that good. Crystal Ball could have given us a different direction, and it could have been opened up like shards and things like that. Potentially more EXP as well. And it would have let us eat random things with Krakens, so maybe that... Like, just because this was not that relevant at the time, maybe just using Crystal Balls like a value engine that way might have been okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But yeah. I should have gotten out of that screen. If you stay on that screen too long, it crashes the thing.